Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, this is Those Guys with your host, Matt Marrero, along with the other host,
Monkey D. Luffy. What?
Tristan Walter, everyone. Tristan fucking Walter, everyone.
Right, sorry,
okay.
I'm Zoro, you're Luffy, got it.
Yes, actually, yes, you've seen the photoshops, yes. Okay, so here we are doing another Anna Saturday. I know there's been a little bit of a gap, some of you may have noticed. Basically, I mean, just putting it frank, we've recorded some shows in advance. This not being one of them, this is a little bit in advance, not as long as it should be for the gap that we had. But basically, we've just been having some troubles of me having to do so much other things on my plate that you might be seeing on our YouTube channel or just other real life stuff that I haven't been able to post some shows. So you and I, Tristan, we've done some Indiana Jones shows that haven't been out yet, but they'll be coming out next week. So definitely everyone should check those out when they're out. But as of right now, sadly, we only have 2 Indiana Jones movies out for our Friday Night Movies podcast, Sniffle.
I think you mean one,
okay.
Matt.
No, we have 2.
No, Matt, I think you mean one.
Oh, that's fair, because one of those 2 does not exist. Okay, so... But anyway, so here we are doing the One Piece TV special, the first TV special, which came out in the year 2000, and the TV special is called, very long name, drum roll, did not have the page up when he was supposed to. God damn it, Matt, what has your life become? Adventure in the Ocean's Naval. That kind of sounds hot. But so Adventure in the Ocean's Naval. I don't know if any of you heard Tristan's drum roll in the background. I'm kind of hoping you did.
I tried.
But I know I heard it. I don't know if
okay.
I hope the audio picked it up. But yeah, so here we are doing this. It came out in 2000. So it came out after, because we've done one OVA, the only OVA to date, which came out in 1998, which we talked about, which was Defeat Him, the Pirate Ganzak. And then we did, well, actually, no, that is all we've done. We have not done a movie yet. We haven't done a movie yet. Good God. How has this happened? But we're doing a special right now is what matters. And this special came out, oh, wait, no, we did do a movie, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Well, you are, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, that's what okay, good. No, I am crazy. I'm just like, I'm not. It's like, I know what I'm talking about. What's interesting is looking at these One Piece special / movie / OVA / what the fuck. Not bad what the fucks. Just like so many different names for so many different things. What matters, and yes, of course we did the One Piece movie because that came out on March 4th, 2000. This one came out in December of 2000, which, as you noticed while watching the episode, Tristan, was actually a year-end TV special. So that's why it had, interestingly enough, it looked better, like production-wise, compared to both the movie and the OVA, at least the versions that we've seen, right?
Yeah.
Sadly, no legal stream or legal DVDs out in America. Very sad about that. But I assume it's because this TV special, it came out on DVD, and that's what the people who made the subtitles used, right? I assume that's what happened, which is why it looked a little bit better, where maybe the movie was out on, like, I don't know, like, and I'm being legit here, maybe some, like, Laserdisc or something, right? Like a kind of just a copy of a copy. Because the movie didn't look as good. No, because the movie didn't look as good, even though it should have, right? But the quality on this one was just top-notch. But, yeah, that's why, by the way, again, because it was a TV special, I would say that the pacing was a lot different than what you and I have, seen in these One Piece special / movies thus far, right? Where thus far, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's been a little bit more fighting, and there's been talking, but I don't know. For some reason, just with this TV special, it just felt different than the other 2 that we've done. Do you feel the same way, or do you?
I guess pacing-wise and, like, what times they chose to drag out and what times they chose to
and even
keep it short and
the fact that there wasn't much fighting at all, really.
Well, yeah, that's true. There really wasn't an actual like end-all fight. Although I am actually pleased with what they did.
Yes, I agree. I like it. It was just even in the middle, right, with what they did with Zoro, they tried to show like, hey, like a fight's going on, but we're not really going to focus on that at all. It was very interesting to see. No, because I liked it in the sense that I liked they understood, like, if we let Zoro go full out at this point in the series, he's going to fucking wreck these monsters. We can't make them that powerful, right? But
yeah, I mean,
he
didn't have his swords either.
He didn't have his, that's what I'm saying. That's how they depowered him. He didn't have his sword.
Right. Oh,
and at
okay.
one point, he was so tired that he could barely move. So they tried to make sure, like, okay, Zoro's not at full power, but still, it felt like because they did that, even though I was like, oh, good, they did that. There's actually smart ways to do it. Instead of just making him like, oh, no, you know, he's at full strength, but these things are so much more powerful. It's like, okay, that's cool.
Oh, no, he got lost.
Right. Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
thought
they
for
made
sure
him get
that
lost.
was going to happen.
Technically Luffy and Zoro were lost. Technically.
Well, yeah, technically.
They split them up. I don't know. It was just really even like the first, I guess, like I'll say 5+ minutes, not 10, because once they got to 10, then like they started going on, you know, into the ocean or into the hole and everything. But about like 5 minutes into it, I felt like they just couldn't juggle all of these characters. Because we have Zoro napping, we have Sanji barely speaking, and we have Nami, you know, in the water. We have Usopp, and of course we have Luffy as well. But still, like my thing is that like I'm confused because I'm sitting around like, oh, so, you know, can we? Because I know like I'm not gonna sit here and be like they don't know how to write these characters. Like of course if they're following what Oda wrote for them, I'm sure they can juggle everything.
Right.
Right? But they don't have a source material for this. So it feels like it was like, okay, we need these, you know, few speaking, but then the rest of them have to kind of just be standing around a little bit awkward. I mean, that's how it felt for me, at least at first.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, you know what it is too, I think? It's the, what?
I was going to say it felt like one of those, I don't know, there are some episodes, like, I've seen bits of the anime, it just felt like one of those episodes where, like, yeah, we're stuck out at sea. Nami knows where we're going, but I don't, and I'm just fishing.
Well, yes. Well, yeah, that's when it comes to the setting, right? When it comes to the setting, I'll say that. It felt a little bit like they wanted to conserve everything and just be like, yeah, we're going to be at sea. Versus like, oh, and that felt off to me in terms of usually we find some new island or something happens where it's like, oh man, we're going there, and here it's just like, nah, we're in the sea, bro.
I mean, we found the ocean's navel apparently. Like what the fuck?
You dropped into a black hole. That's basically what happened. You know what's interesting? It's like, especially the way the town was set up, it felt like they were in God, I don't remember what the town's name was, but it was the town in Pokemon Emerald, the one that would just disappear but reappear on certain days.
Right. Mirage Island?
Mirage Island, thank you, yes.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. It felt like Mirage Island.
See, it's funny, like, I really love the design. I thought that was really cool, but the name was just like, what? Like, who seriously wants to go, yeah, I live in the ocean's navel? And they're just like,
yeah.
What?
Well, they didn't want to, I guess. But it's still, or at least they didn't want to, like, they wanted to. They just wanted to have contact with the outside world. Overall,
I mean, it was nice until Captain Jackass showed up.
By the way, I think that's what we should just call him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't remember a name. Oh, well, Joke. Yeah, I guess.
Captain Joke. Yeah.
You're Captain Jackass.
You're Captain Jackass.
Haha. You want to laugh? We'll laugh too, asshole. I was so. What's even funnier is that he was just rolling around as a bat, and I'm like, who invited Oolong to the party? Like, why did he transform?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, the rules for this special are really weird, and like I don't know what I was expecting because I'm watching like shonen anime and One Piece and and its relation to DBZ earlier on when it was Dragon Ball being wacky. Like I don't know what the fuck I was expecting. Like I don't know why I'm sitting here like the rules they just seem to, but they kind of did though because I feel like they really just strung it along a while, really making us sit there and go, I don't know what the fuck is going on. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
And I'm not even talking about the hole in the ocean, because I'm like, that's normal. Like, it's just like, why is there a hole in the ocean? I'm like, listen, man. Like,
I mean, I was kind of with Nami on that one. Why is there a hole in the ocean?
I don't know, man. I'm watching One Piece. I'm like, you know what? You're gonna meet the God of Thunder soon. Whatever. What the fuck?
See,
like,
I mean that
right?
seems fine to me, but fucking hole. I don't know.
No.
We're just different people, Matt. Like I can't comprehend
cool,
the
cool,
hole in the ocean. You can't comprehend the Sky God. You know, whatever.
I'm just saying, man. I guess our priorities aren't in order. No, I'm cool with there being a hole in the ocean. It's when they're in the hole, and it's just like, oh yeah, you know, the beasts were released because he tried to get the treasure. Oh, okay, which means that when he died, he was sealed with the beasts. Oh, okay. So if you kill them, he becomes good again. Wait, what?
He becomes
also,
whole again. He
becomes whole again. Also, because of the beasts being released, the entire town is under like a kind of like embargo, where they can't like, you know, talk to the outside world. Like they're just trapped because of that. And it's like, oh, okay. But it's, you know, it was weird to me, like the fact that the monsters were killed, and then at the end, as if to be like spooky, they brought them back, and I'm like, wait, so like I guess they're just eternally guarding the treasure. But like it's a weird set of rules to me, because it's like if you tread on them, it's like, oh, we're gonna trap you. Okay, got it. And the entire town. I guess that's just bad real estate. Like I guess. No, like, that's what I'm saying. I guess it's just bad that you were in that radius. But it's like, we're trapping you in here with us, but if we're defeated, you're fine? Like, I don't know. I guess it sounds like old mythology, so maybe I'm the jackass here. It just feels weird.
That's what I felt like. It seems like kind of like a spirit thing. Think of it in the sense of, you know, they were the guardian beasts, and then you have this evil, you know, Captain Jackass who comes in, and he's an evil spirit basically, and when he's killed, he even says when he's reanimated, he says, you know, I came back because my will was strong enough. I feel like maybe he possessed or defiled the beasts with his evil spirit, and that's what made them go mad and attack the town and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because another thing, too, by the way, he was a fucking bat. What the fuck?
Well, that was his head. Yeah, I don't.
Fair enough.
I think they just like, we have 4. We only made. Now, okay, there was the kraken, there was the lobster or shrimp or whatever you want to call it, and then there was the sea urchin.
Mhm.
That's only 3. Was there one that I'm forgetting?
No.
Okay.
There was not.
Then,
well, no, there was not. No.
So then, apparently one of his limbs was, I guess maybe the gun, the hand that shot the pistol was mechanized or some shit, because I'm pretty sure when he defeated the first 2 monsters, his legs came back, and then the third, his arm, and then the bat was just like my head, and I'm like, I'm gonna come back now. It's like, don't you have another limb to go?
That guy. Doesn't have a penis. I feel really bad for that guy. Fair enough.
He deserved it.
So why do you think he's such a jackass?
No, I think he was just, that's just how he was. With a laugh like that, I'm sorry, I can't feel any remorse for him.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. I just can't call him a dick anymore, because he clearly doesn't have one. Because I mean, and it's funny. No, because the thing, it's Japan. You would have thought maybe they would have made like a giant fish monster that would, I don't know,
represent his penis?
Yes. Maybe I'm the weird one here. Maybe I'm the weird one here.
Okay. I'm just going to back away slowly from that one.
This is one of those kind of shows, everybody. Happy to have you all on. Happy to have you all on. No, but this is a kid's show. They wouldn't do stuff like that. But, I mean, it's the thing. But here's the thing, though, right? Just showing different, I guess, different, like, I can't think of the word, I guess, things that they'll air on television, I guess, because I feel like in Merca, right, just having Sanji be Sanji, it's just like, you can't exist here. We're talking about children's television. Like,
I mean,
if four kids could have erased him from every scene, they would have.
Well, dude, remember Brock in Pokemon? He was a womanizer. They had him in there.
That is true. That is true. Okay, I'll
and
give
he was
you
always
that.
like, please go out on a date with me, and then Misty would smack him over the head and be like, nah, get over here.
Thank goodness he didn't smoke, because that's what mattered.
Yes,
America,
exactly.
everyone. America, everybody.
It's okay if you hit on every woman you see, but if you smoke, I swear to God.
There's nothing wrong with hitting on women. Just the way Brock did it, or at the very least the way Sanji does it, you're like, well, you're fucking wrong.
Well.
Yeah. But anyway, so that mutiny in the beginning, though, speaking of things that can air on television, really confused, wondering why 4Kids didn't show that. I'm like, guys, come on, family-friendly entertainment. At the end, he has friends. Or wanted friends. See? That's a good moral. Stab him in the head with the fucking sword.
Yeah. One thing
cool.
I want to mention about the opening scene with Captain Jackass and his motley crew assassinating him.
I'm sorry, can we
one...
pause here? Can we pause here? Captain
Okay.
Jackass and his motley crew sounds like an amazing Beatles album. Go on.
Okay. Anyway. We're Captain Jackass's Lonely Hearts Club.
No. Captain Jackass and his motley crew. That's what I'm saying. It just sounds like a really good Beatles album.
Okay. There was one screenshot. Like, they're zooming in on the treasure, and then they look back at all the men, and their eyes are glowing red and everything. Like, ooh, treasure. We'll do anything for treasure. It literally looked like for just a split second they all had the same face, and I just couldn't help but laugh. And then, the next screenshot, they were a little bit closer, so they had, a little bit more definition to them. So they all had different faces, and I'm like, okay.
Treasure.
And, I'm not even
treasure?
pointing that out to be, nitpicky or anything. I just thought it was funny.
No, I think it was meant to be, a little bit comical,
yeah.
Treasure. But anyway, I want to apologize for the Japanese comment. I only brought it up not because of Japan. My point was Japanese anime. And if you're sitting there going, Matt, Japanese anime is never watch it. Watch more. I'm sorry, if you're watching an anime and you don't expect the giant penis monster, you're watching the wrong anime.
Matt, I think you might be watching the wrong anime.
Nah, man. I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe. By the way,
that's
that's
a different One Piece OVA, Matt.
I loved. Oh my God, I loved the monster in the beginning. He was really cool. I think he was Cthulhu's cousin. He was pretty chill.
Yeah, it looked like it. Cthulhu's little baby cousin.
Yeah. Also, they ended up having Super Squid. Wait.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was going to make...
that was... Wait. So then that was
steak.
4 then. No, it was Cthulhu, Super... No, wait, no. No, I'm sorry. Cthulhu's cousin is Super Squid. Why am I doing this?
I don't know.
Why am I doing this to myself? I want there to be 4. I wanted there
to
be 4.
I do too. It's thrown off my feng shui, but...
But anyway, I have to say, though, Sanji is going to have the best meal for them tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Super Squid. They had a lobster. I'm sad they didn't take any of them. They had some really fucking good food available to them. But sadly...
I'm sure Luffy ate them before they left.
It's like, oh, no, they're evil. It's like, come on, they're food.
Oh, you know what? Their bodies probably, disappeared or whatever, and then went back into the shrine.
They probably did, which sucks.
Yeah.
You're all right? Just, oh, well, what can you do? One thing I want to mention.
Okay,
please,
you go
first.
ahead. All right.
No, you first.
The one thing I want to mention is that, so it's they find this treasure chest, chained to this rock that goes to the ocean's navel, and that's how they find it. And Luffy's like, oh, I can't eat this, and just tosses it, and Nami just backflips off the ship and mine! Yeah. It's like, you have no idea what is in the water around here. It's like, Nami, I thought you were the smart one here. And then she's like, oh, the ocean's navel. Next thing you know, her, Usopp, and Sanji are all in a barrel with rope, with a hose for air to the ship, and are being lowered into this thing to find out if there's more treasure. I'm sorry, but there's no way Nami would have. I just feel like it's like, what part of this did you think was a good idea? Going into a giant hole in the ocean in a barrel with a tube for air, or having Luffy being the one lowering you down? I don't understand. Which part of this plan is the good part?
Well, that's why I felt weird about some of the writing in this special, being serious.
Okay.
No, the reason why I'm talking about for characters, because, how did you feel about Luffy and how he was written?
I thought he was classical Luffy.
Oh, okay. Because no, that's fine. Because maybe it's just me. I'm not saying that Luffy is supposed to be Goku, because, yes, Luffy is a bit more aloof. Ha, ha, ha. Being serious, but ha, ha, ha.
Right, yeah.
But seriously, though, for some reason it felt like Luffy was written in the same way that people kind of think Goku is, based on how he's been written in DBZ Abridged, where everyone's like, man, Goku's so stupid. It's just like, well, actually, he's just a country boy. He is not the brightest tool in the shed, but he isn't a complete idiot on every level. But people, because of the laughs that they have with DBZ Abridged, they're like, no, but Goku's just a fucking idiot. He can't do anything right. It's like Goku knows how to breathe. He technically lived on his own when he was a kid, for a while. He understands what it's like. Yeah. But anyway, so I felt like Luffy in this special was a bit too much, where it's just I'm maybe it's because I haven't seen older, earlier Luffy in a while, and I'm just with reading Luffy in Alabasta, where he still exhibits traits like this, but not to this level, in my opinion, where it's like, I'm fishing with sponges. They look like they taste great.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little more, in the beginning, he's still a bit more out there, yeah.
Okay.
I think later on he starts to,
fine.
Get a bit more, a bit more serious. Not a lot, but a little bit.
No, he has his moments. I can imagine him fighting with the frickin', I can't remember its name, sadly, but I'm just going to call it Duck from Final Fantasy, even though I know that's not what it is. But it's the one that Vivi.
Oh, right, yeah, her duck, right.
Yeah, her lovely duck companion. Yes. And so, I know, Luffy will have fights with him and Usopp all the time for, comedic effect. And I know, it would be so silly where she's like, Luffy, come on, what are you doing? I'm thirsty. Luffy, stop it. Right, stuff like that. But I don't know, just something in this special, just the way Luffy was, it felt a little bit too much compared to the last two specials we've seen in it. Well,
I guess compared to the other two, maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's at the beginning, it's more of the boredom and hungry. So he's just completely, I don't give a shit. Where's my food? Kind of thing.
Basically. I'll give you that.
And then
yeah.
See, what I thought was stupid was that he got his finger caught in the frickin' bottle. It's like you're made of rubber. How the fuck? How? And the fact that he just didn't smash it on the ship, dude, come on! It had to take Zoro to come up, but I guess they needed I don't know. I guess they really could have chosen anything to make Luffy not pay attention to the rope for a split second. I mean, shit, he could have seen a fish and been like, food, and then forgot, oh right, I was lowering them to safety.
He would have jumped in the water and drowned. Have a good Christmas, kids. Merry fucking Christmas.
I mean, if he's hungry enough, he'd probably chance it.
My God.
And then, so then, Zoro comes up and wakes up and just sees this, doesn't even question, oh no, wait, I think he did, what's with the rope? But, nonchalantly, where is everybody else? What are you doing? It's like, I got my
No,
finger
no.
stuck. All right, let me help you. Takes an axe out and just chops it right off.
My
That was
God.
beautiful, though. And Luffy's just
Yes.
like, are you insane?
Oh, I love the chemistry
They
between
got your finger out,
Usopp
didn't they?
and I love the chemistry between Usopp and Nami. It's always funny.
Oh, yeah. They're great together.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
Mhm.
They're, not to say this in the bad way, but they're both kind of cowardly in a way of, I'm not the frontline fighter. I don't fight things. I will die.
At least early Usopp, yes.
Yeah, right. You know, and even Nami too. Like later fights, she holds her own too.
Oh yeah,
So,
I don't know about that. I just know that Usopp eventually tries to become like a hero.
Yeah,
but at
yeah.
this point though, yes, you're right. They're cowardly in different ways, but they still, you know, can work together very well because they're not the ones that are going to go out there and like slice and dice or kick to the face or gum
Right.
punch or anything like that. But I was going to say they are very different in, of course, how they carry themselves, and that's why they work well together. Where, yes,
Right.
you're correct, they won't be in the front line, but they can work together because it's just like Usopp is just like, I'm running! And Nami's like,
Right.
good, tactical advantage.
Yeah.
You know,
And
like,
Nami
well,
still
like,
carries
yeah.
that like attitude of superiority, kind of.
Mhm. Yeah, no, exactly. She's in a way his commanding officer. It's great.
I mean, she's the
Not only
brains.
is she-
Yeah, she's the brains of the operation.
Basically. Well, it's just Usopp is just firing off oh god, what is it? Slingshots.
Right.
Like, you know, Nami's just telling him where to shoot.
Yeah.
It's great. So I think it works out really well for the two of them. So I like that a lot. What I didn't like is because I said I liked that they made Zoro. They were like, oh, yeah, you know, we have to depower Zoro. The problem is that for the longest time they did it to Sanji as well by putting him in that thing and then by having him be hurt by it so that he was out for half the special. It was really rough because I'm happy that they went through with their idea. They wanted their creative vision, you know, to happen, and I'm happy. Like, it worked out clearly. I liked it. I don't
Right.
think it was
Yeah.
terrible. But the issue is that by making them as weak as you did, at this point in the story, they have enough people who, I guess, from the looks of it, from the way they made it seem, could have easily taken them out with 3 punches.
Yeah.
I mean, no, because what I'm saying is if Sanji and Zoro and Luffy were down there at full strength, Super Squid would have been dead.
Yeah. that's
Then
true.
they would have felt perfectly fine once they found the lobster.
Right.
Then they would have destroyed him immediately. The lobster.
Because it would have been like
Could have been
Luffy's like,
easy.
I'm gonna eat him after I kill him, and Sanji's like, no, let me
Basically.
saute it first, then you can eat it.
The urchin would have probably been hardest, but at the same time, as Zoro had his actual swords,
Yeah.
he would have just sliced off everything until it was just a circle.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. To be fair, like Zoro
Mhm.
got dicked out of bringing his swords. 'Cause
Yeah.
I forget how Luffy ended up. Oh, right, the thing broke, and they ended up. Right,
Yes,
because
exactly.
the rope was
Mhm.
pulling, so it pulled the Mary off the rock, and they started falling in.
Yeah.
And Luffy goes over the side, and it's funny because I know water like fucks with Luffy, so he can't, you know, he starts losing his strength, obviously. So he's like, oh, I can't swim, my strength is failing, and Zoro's like, oh no, you don't, you know, not on me now, not right now, come on, wake the fuck up.
Right.
But it's funny, just the way he said his line, he's like, oh no, Zoro, my strength, almost as if like, you know, it's like, you know what, I'm bored now, I want to see what's down there too. It's like, oh no, my strength is failing, I can't swim back up the waterfall and save us both.
Yeah.
And Zoro's just like, oh,
Yeah.
you little shit.
Yeah, they did a lot of nice workarounds, but I think because of that, it felt like, in a way, I guess, cop-outs.
I guess.
And because of the large amount of workarounds, it made it so that, again, they couldn't fight. So we didn't really get any cool fights out of this. Which, again, I'm not going to sit here and be like, and that's why it was a terrible film. But
Right,
it is I hate to say it, but it's a shonen fighting anime.
Yeah, it's
Hate to
not
be
what
that
you're
guy.
accustomed to. It's like the main cast didn't fight the villain, didn't fight a group of villains or a big bad villain at the end. Wait, what? What are we watching?
At the end, it's funny. At the end, I think it would have been fine if the rest of it had more fighting.
Yeah.
Because the end was perfect. I wouldn't have changed the end at all.
The end was a nice twist for me, but we're not there yet, so.
No. What I do want to say, though, is minus the end, I think my favorite part of this entire special is having Sanji come and save the day at the end, and if you're like, oh, so he's one-upping Zoro because he beat the monster. Oh, not just that. He's also going to get the girl.
Oh, yeah, that was hysterical. Like, it was funny. Like, the girl, was like, oh, the kid I look after, we all hate pirates. It's like, you're all the same, blah, 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 get out of here. And it only takes Zoro about, 2, 3, 5 minutes of, fighting this giant monster and being all cool for her to like, you know what, maybe this one's not so bad. He's kind of cute.
Then
it's like, oh, God damn it.
Just, oh my God, it was just hilarious.
And then Sanji just comes out and he's like, Zoro's just like, stop taking the best parts. I'm like, Zoro, wait, what? Zoro? What?
Hey, all right, because
he's a man too.
He's not even just a man. He's a human being. All right, Zoro has.
Well,
needs.
Yeah, that's fair enough, right?
He can't just sit around polishing his swords all day. He needs to be with a woman.
Polishing his swords all day.
Yes.
Anyway.
What I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, you're just saying.
Can't do that. I mean,
all
you can,
day by
but
yourself.
Maybe he wouldn't prefer.
You need help sometimes. Anyway.
And he's not getting he's not even getting time to polish swords on that fucking ship. Everyone is just loud all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, God.
That ship is just a fucking moving version of the real world. Just everything is always just loud and in everyone's face all the fucking time.
I do love the fact
anyway.
When they wash up on the docks and the girl and the kid are talking to each other about how the town has been ravaged, and they all promised the last 10 years we'd live in solitude as long as we could keep it quiet and not anger the beasts or whatever. And just the bell starts ringing, and they're like,
yes.
Who the fuck rung that? And Zoro's like, I'm drowning. Hello?
Yeah,
Can someone take this rubber jackass and get me out of the water?
This story, I'm sorry, the kid, all of their backstories, arguably, the entire town, is just another reason why I just want to look at Luffy and be like, Luffy, just shut up. Like, it never really hits me until it happens again that I'm like, right, Luffy just shouldn't go around and be like, we're pirates.
Yeah, I want to be king of the pirates. It's like, you do realize normal people kind of dislike pirates, right?
Yeah. Very rarely you're going to be like, actually, we need your help. The military sucks. Rarely.
Rarely. It happens, but rarely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So usually it's like, oh, my God, you're a pirate. Please don't hurt me.
Because then usually it's like, the pirates are like, the Navy's not here? Oh, great, we'll just take everything. Wait, what?
Usually. Yeah, but they're not like that, which is nice, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, like, you kind of forget that, like, not everyone is like Shanks and Luffy. Now, it's funny. He's like, well, of course not, Matt. They fight pirates all the time. Yeah, but, like, no, not even just the pirates they fight. Literally. I would argue a lot of pirates, at least in their universe, are going to sit there and be like, nah, we'll take all your shit. Thanks.
I mean, that's usually kind of the definition of piracy.
Basically.
We will unlawfully take from you what we want. Riches, women, your life. The usual.
Standard. The usual, yeah, which sucks. But, I mean, back then, when pirates were around, that's just what it was. Like, did not treat women as people. You know?
Too.
So it's just like looking at, that's the thing, yeah. So looking
Didn't
at
mean that
this,
to get dark, but like, that's also true.
Well, no, I mean, you said the phrase, take your women.
Yeah,
it's like,
you're right.
Like it is nowadays. But yeah, so that's why it's just kind of like, Luffy, Please remember.
Yeah.
Please remember, Luffy.
Nah, Luffy doesn't give a flying fuck. It's funny because in a way he doesn't care that he says it because he knows himself, like, no, I'm not like that, so I can proclaim what I am and be fine with it because I am okay with the person that I am and I'm not a bad person kind of thing. Not that anyone else would realize that, but yeah.
Basically.
I did find it hysterical, though, that, like, Zoro was like, she's like, you're not really here to help us, are you? You're pirates. And he's like, well, you did feed us, and you did save our lives. And let it be known that, you know, we may be pirates, but, you know, I know how to repay someone who saved my life and fed me when when it happened.
When I'm about to die. I was like, that's nice. But, yeah, the kid's backstory was very interesting, though, because, it felt pretty standard, I'll say, so it wasn't like anything crazy new. Like, wait a minute, what? Pirates did this to you? But,
lost his mother. Pirates destroyed his village, took away his future. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly.
Toby?
What I think is interesting, basically, no, it's just was pirates, man. But what I found interesting was the fact that they basically they took that and they twisted it on itself, where you normally think, oh, you want revenge because they killed your mom.
Right.
And I was happy that they twisted that and it was like, actually, I want, friends or crewmates, whatever way you want to interpret the phrase Nakama. I want them to, you would assume crewmates, but it's hard to say crewmates because he's supposed to be anti-pirate. So that could be the point. I'm actually, it's not that he's against pirates. That way they thought, oh, you want friends. Oh, no. I'm actually not for piracy, but the idea of having a crew with me.
Yeah.
Just to take you down.
Right.
So there's a lot of ways you could interpret it. The point is that I liked it because I was a little confused because he's like, I'm not here to avenge my mom. And I'm like, what the fuck is he going to say? Like, I'm not here to avenge her. In fact,
what do you mean?
Thank you.
I'm here to revive her. Oh, God.
No. Oh.
I couldn't stand this place anymore. I just wanted it destroyed. I wanted to leave with you, but then you fucked up and died.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Yeah, no, it's like, what is he looking for? Like, is he saying, like, I hated my mother? Is he saying, I actually want you revived? Like, what the fuck is he doing? This kid is the mastermind behind everything? No,
the kid's mom was a badass. Like, I kind of wish we could have seen her at the beginning. Like, that would have been an interesting fight, at least.
Yes, exactly. No, I think it was pretty cool.
I feel like she would have been a halfway decent swordsman, too.
What I think is the nicest thing, like, and I say nice, I'm like, oh, it's nice. I'm just like, I'm really happy that it existed. Being completely honest here, is that it was the mom, not the dad. Yeah, not even sure if his dad, like, there's no mention of his father. Although I think or was it that they said both his parents had died at some point, and I guess maybe the father just died earlier on or something. But no, plot twist. Really Joke is his father. Boom. Bum, bum, bum. Jackass. Bum, bum, bum. No, but I'm really happy, though. Like, I'm really happy that this happened, like, in the way that it did, like, the whole having it be the mom, because it's, like, great. Yeah, that was like, nice, yeah. Yeah, and that she died fighting. And literally the phrase, I killed your mother because she's the only one to challenge me. I'm like, wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So she was the only one on this island with the courage to actually try and stop me. She still died, but she had courage. It's like, you're an asshole. I know. But I have courage. But anyway, see, it's funny. Like for the ending, or I guess I'll bring that up later. One other thing I wanted to say with the urchin, Luffy's just like, I'm gonna hold this thing while you guys run. Kid, run. Now would be a good time. Like, I can't move my legs. Are you fuck? Show them you have some kind of strength. What would your mom say? It's just like a flashback. His mom is like smacking him in the back of the head, like, get up off your ass. I just feel so bad. It's like, what would your mom say? my mom would be dead. Damn it, kid, no!
I want to join my mother. Oh my God! Not the time!
I'm surprised that thing didn't pop Luffy. Not even kidding.
I know. That was the other thing. I'm like, this thing is basically a giant pincushion. Why are you not bleeding? Why are you not being struck? It's like sharp things is your only weakness.
The reason why it's freaking out everybody, at least I think I understand why, is because it looked like body horror like modification. Like it did not look right.
Yeah.
There's Luffy holding it back and getting all those fucking spikes. I was like, this does not look right.
It's like, how are those not going through him? Isn't sharp things basically the only thing that he's usually worried about, and why he doesn't use balloon against?
It's like, Mr. Tim Burton, why did you make this film? Guillermo del Toro, I didn't realize you signed on to work with.
Oh, God.
This was, oh, God, why?
But I love the fact that, like, he holds it and they get away, and by the time they reach the main chamber, Luffy just comes off the thing and he's like, I did it! I broke every single spike off of it!
Yeah, no, like, and it's funny, too, because he's like, I did it, and none of you saw it, so you can't really prove it happened. No one at home saw it.
Meanwhile, it just crashed into a wall. He just took credit for it.
You know, technically, it's both. Like, I'm sure he took it out while it crashed into the wall, but I love that.
Yeah.
At first, you're like, oh, no, it's attacking. Wait. Oh.
Yeah. It's like, Usopp, why didn't you dodge us out of the maze? I panicked.
Well,
and then Usopp running away. It's like, why am I carrying you? Did you really just ask me that?
What I think is funny is, all jokes aside, I know he didn't think of it like this, but when they jumped, and he was like, when did we jump out of the maze? I was like, oh, but it can't get through that little tiny, it looks smaller than the actual opening. And I was like, oh, so he can't get through that. And he did. And I was like, oh, never mind.
That's true. It's like, or my ideology, why didn't you jump us out of the cave? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just save your life? No, don't thank me or anything. Fuck you. But then in Nami's retort, yeah, you saved me just to fucking kill me in here now. Shut up.
Cannot compute. Cannot compute.
Although
overall,
I will admit, I did like the fact that, Joke was like, oh, I'm revived, but he was still a skeleton. That was nice.
I felt weird about that. I thought they would have.
I thought that was pretty cool, actually.
You know what it is? It looked too much like something out of, Mystery Skulls. Like Ghost. It looked too... I don't know,
it's
something
funny.
about it.
The only thing that
Undertales. There we go, Undertales.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
maybe
Undertale.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, no, it looked... Oh, okay. I'm not saying... I've never experienced Undertale. I'm not saying I dislike it because of that or whatever. I'm just saying that it looked too much... I should. I just think it looked too much like that. Which I'm not saying it's supposed to be, spoopy. No. No.
Never mind.
We have too much anime shit to play.
Fair enough.
But anyway.
But what I really liked about it, what I didn't like about it is because he revived and then his eyes did the eerie glowing red, and I'm like, ooh, I wasn't expecting that. For some reason, I fully expected him to get his body back, and I'd be like, but I'm like, I was glad they kept it as he reanimated as a skeleton. Oh, he's kind of creepy.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
But what didn't?
And then he started laughing again, and I'm like, nah, you ruined it. Because it was really eerie and creepy for a second. I thought he was going to have the really rough, gravelly voice, I'm the undead, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then he laughed, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And then he shot Usopp and Nami. And then he shot Luffy. It's like,
that was crazy.
I did it. Bang. Oh.
That was intense. Yeah, I was like, oh, shit. Well, they died a TV special, kids. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Did he just kill 2 of Luffy's crew? And Luffy? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's like, apparently it's not
shit.
like a bullet. It's just like an explosive that shoots out. I mean, it must have hurt like hell still, but
who cares? Now it's gonna be the Zoro and Sanji show.
Yeah. And then it was funny. That was the only thing. That was the only thing that was cool about him. It's like, so you just have like an automatic reloading, firing pistol thing. That's the only thing redeeming about you. You have nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's another thing too. I think, like, even though I love the ending. Again, I love the whole, like, I have friends or I have crewmates, and he's just like, I wish I had that. And I was like,
and then
wow, this got
him.
real sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was funny, like, the vision of his mother, like, Mother, give me courage. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, the mother's spirit came and protected her child and helped him, like, stab him through the skull. And then that was cool, though. I like the fact that it's like, oh, yeah, if you destroy his skull, he's gone. Like, his spirit is obliterated and he goes away. Like, that was cool.
Yeah.
And
but
the fact
problem,
that, but it was funny. I thought for sure he was going to miss. Like, it was going to be the Flash, and it's like, sorry, kid, not today. And it's like, oh, crap, I missed. And then he shoots the kid, and then Luffy would jump in and be like, all right, that's it, I'm kicking your ass. But no, it was actually nice. It's like, oh, the kid got to do it. Oh, okay, I'm cool with this.
Yeah, I liked it. I just think the problem with this villain, something that usually is a thing in One Piece, and I think maybe that's why you and I felt weird about him, he didn't really have a gimmick. Now, I know it's like, but Matt, he's undead. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, but in life, he was a normal pirate. So here, he's technically still a normal pirate.
Right. Well, I felt like the revolving pistol explosive cannon thingy was his gimmick, basically.
Yeah, no, but it's nothing like, oh, I have an automated crab suit.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and he didn't have any devil fruit powers either.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when you compare one to the other, when you compare devil fruit powers to automated crab suit to fucking, the gun, it's kind of like you look at, comic book superheroes. It's like, okay, so we have our Superman villains, we have our Batman villains, and we just have some normal criminals. Kind of like, I'm going to rob a bank. And it's like, well, got you, motherfucker. Pretty easy there.
I guess,
like you have your
like I guess I mean, Daredevil's still awesome, but it's like, and here's your Daredevil villain. It's like, well, I mean, to be fair,
I'll say this much. No, Daredevil has gotten some scary fucking villains. To be fair, like Daredevil has a guy, I forgot his name, but he was also in the Spider-Man animated series where he could actually transport to different parts of the the world using black holes. And it got really creepy when he could basically transport half of his body behind you, stab you in the fucking back, and then transport elsewhere.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah. So Daredevil's got some cool villains, but I know you're looking at it from more of like a ground level perspective, which is what I was looking for, but even less ground level because you still have people like Kingpin,
right?
Who can wrestle the shit out of you.
Who's still a fucking behemoth. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Where this guy's just like, I have a gun.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I made a rubber.
Held you down.
Shit.
Yeah, 3 people held you down while a kid stabbed you in the head. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your unlife? What are you doing with your afterlife? There we go.
Yeah. But
it's
and funny,
died,
like,
the end.
We never see what confused the hell out of me was we never got, like, no one ever explained what the treasure was. And
I mean, I guess none of them knew or cared.
Yeah, at that point. I mean, well, I guess Nami was just like, you know what? I'm alive. I can leave now. I mean, it didn't reappear until after they left anyway.
That's what I was going to say, yeah, because if it doesn't reappear, then they can't actually get it.
Like,
or
it
they
didn't even feel like a tangible
object
either. It's so, like, there wasn't even a, like, the only thing that I got was that it was, like, the guardian spirit of the island itself. Like, it was a remnant of his mother now, too, and, like, the spirit beasts and whatever. It's like, it's kind of like the spirit that looks over our island kind of thing. So it's like even like it's our treasure, yes, but it's not in the physical sense. It's a spirit that protects us, and it's like even if you wanted to steal it, you physically can't, kind of thing.
You see, that's the problem. Usually, right, when like American companies will say, "Oh, we had to add more lines in here into this anime dub because kids just aren't going to get it." And usually, I know I'm not a kid, but I'm like, guys, come on. I'm sure they're going to pick up on it. Don't think that just because there's silence, they're not just going to get something, right?
Right.
But this is one of those movies that if 4Kids did do this film,
in the rare
phenomenon,
phenomenon,
yeah, and they added lines in to fucking explain what the fuck happened, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. I mean, it's technically not canon, but I get it.
I'm okay with this one.
Yeah, no, I get it, because usually I'm like, guys, come on. But in this case, I'm like, yeah, we might need that.
And the ending, in my opinion, was beautiful, because it's like, so the Going Merry fell down here. How do we get back up? Oh, you remember all that cloth we had lying around? Yeah, make a parachute out of that and fly your fucking ship out of here. And it's like, oh, I didn't get to thank them before they left. Oh, they're just pirates. Yeah, you're right, they are. And then they just flew up out of the freaking hole in the ocean. It's like, Skypiea be damned. Like, all the preparation you had to go through to get up there, and it's like, nah, we just gonna sail out of here with, you know, like, raggedy cloth and whatever. It's like, what?
I was about to say, they just accidentally get to Skypiea. They don't need it.
Right?
They just keep flying. This is how they got to Skypiea, guys.
Oh, jeez.
Totally.
The whole water spout thing was a lie. That was filler. They really actually got there with just rotting cloth.
Yeah, no, totally. All right, so we're at the end of this episode. I don't know where this went. I really don't, but here we are.
I still did enjoy it. It was a cool special.
I did. No, I did. I mean, again, I did not hate it. It just, it was interesting. You know, it was a bit different than what we normally do when it comes to One Piece and DBZ. So, and even Yu Yu Hakusho as well. Which, even though it was a bit, you know, like lesser on the whole fights thing, still it didn't do what this special did. But I mean, there's still some Yu Yu Hakusho specials coming up or movies that we can do. So we'll see what happens with those. But especially some of them being after the series. I don't think there's going to be a lot of fights in those. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So, here we are at the end of the special. I want to thank you all for listening in, as always. I'm not going to talk about what shows have been released around this time because I don't know what shows have been. All I can say is I know that... No, yeah, I know for certain that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 should have been released for Friday Night Movies before this episode. So that should be out. Other than that, no idea. But what I will say is, what I do have an idea of is our merchandise, which is on our main website, thoseguysintheradio.tumblr.com/merchandise. So you get merchandise based on our podcast and our Let's Plays. So definitely check that out. Mentioning our Let's Plays on YouTube, you can find our Let's Plays by searching up Those Guys Play. Tristan and I have done a few different Let's Plays on our channel. We've also done Let's Plays, not only just, you know, continuing games, right, like Star Wars Battlefront. We've also played games on our Those Guys Play Season 1 and 2 seasons. And currently you and I beat, we beat, quote-unquote, Legend of Kage for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, you remember that. You fucking remember that. So we played that and we put that out. So, totally. So yeah, so we did that, and of course we played Red Steel in the past. We played Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, Pets Crazy Monkeys, Luigi's Mansion, Star Wars Battlefront. We played a hodgepodge of what the fuck. I guess I'd call it that. So yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, what?
I said that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But so you can find those Let's Plays on our YouTube channel, Those Guys Play. You can also find Matt Beats Games from his childhood on there, where I, being Matt, beats games from my childhood, currently beating Mega Man X. And we also have our podcast channel. So you can get our podcasts, of course, through Blog Talk Radio and through iTunes by searching up Those Guys. But you could also get them on our YouTube channel, which is Those Guys on the Radio. Search that up as well. You can also find our podcasts constantly being updated on our main social media accounts, rather, because I already told you about our website. There are main social media accounts, which are our Facebook, which is /Those Guys on the Radio, our Twitter, which is @Those Guys Radio, and our Instagram, which is /Those Guys on the Radio. But wait, there's more. You could also... What more? Yeah, more! There's also more. There's our TG Productions YouTube channel. Yeah, TG Productions YouTube channel where we have TG News on there, which is a nerd news show with a twist, and where we which we'll be updating soon. And we also have Motivational Movies, which is a series of minute shorts that we have going, where it's Shia LaBeouf quotes put to public domain films. So basically quotes from his 30-minute rant, the Just Do It rant, which didn't just include Just Do It, included a lot of other very interesting monologues as well. So that's out. Episodes of that will be updated per week, and it's a very interesting thing. I'll call it interesting. That's what I'll call it. So Motivational Movies. So far we've had adaptations of Sherlock Holmes films, Debbie Does Dallas, and Night of the Living Dead. All 3 public domain films, and some more on the way. So again, you can find that on our TG Productions YouTube channel. And we have our Patreon. Finally going to wrap everything up with our Patreon, which you can donate to, not only to help us out, but also to get things that you would like. So if you would like to hear us talk about something that you enjoy or hate, right? If you would like to hear us play a certain video game, if you'd like to be a sponsor on any one of our shows, our podcasts, or Let's Play, or on TG News, please, right? Just go on our Patreon, which is TG Productions, and give a certain amount there, and whatever amount, tier you give to, you could either be a sponsor, or you could tell us do this show or do that show or play this game or whatever it might be. So, and the most important thing on our Patreon, I would say, is give my regards to Blackjack, which is a manga from Japan that we're bringing over that you can help us translate and, generally bring over. And you can, by doing that, depending on what tier you go for, you can not only, help us translate this thing and bring it out in America, you can also get yourself a copy of Volumes 1 and 2, either digital or physical, and you can get a poster and a T-shirt from the series. So I think that's pretty cool. Don't you, Tristan? Say yes.
Yes, of course I do, Matt. Did I read that right?
Good. You did.
No, seriously, it is really cool. I've actually seen some of the stuff that Matt has put together, and it is awesome.
Yes, you've seen some of our test copies.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so thank you all, and have a good night. As always, see ya, I guess. I was really like, wait, am I going to say have a good night again? Have a good night, and as always, have a good night. Wait, what?
And sometimes we can still hear Captain Jackass laughing in the distance of our island, cursing us for all of eternity.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
Best outro ever.
We're done. Say goodnight, Tristan.
Good night.